You never know who's really around you. You never know what that person next to you is really going through. It might be your coworker. It might be your classmate. It could be one of us. Sometimes it's even your family members. When I was in middle school, I probably seemed like the fit guy. The guy that was always in the gym. I probably seemed pretty likable. When I was in high school, I've gotten a lot of comments like, wow, Joe, you were pretty popular. You were in the video announcements, you were part of student governance. Little did they know that it was all just an act. I was really just acting out. I never knew how incredibly insecure I was. I never knew how ashamed I was of my body, even though I was pretty fit. I was in a desperate reach for attention. They didn't know about my struggle at home. It escalated to a really bad degree. People don't understand that in a study done by All About Depression, an organization focused on depression, up to 15% of clinically depressed people commit suicide. For this point, it's important to recognize the effects in people and to recognize them, not only to know who it is, but to assist them. I myself have been clinically diagnosed with depression. I was diagnosed during a military training. It was a physical health and wellness session. They pulled me out of the session and they had me talk to one of their doctors on point. They had put me on a profile for 3 months. A profile prevents me from doing active duty status work, such as holding a weapon or working out in the field. This diagnosis really confused me, as at first I didn't really understand what that was. What was depression? I spent time researching it, and I realized it was so much more than just being sad. For this point, it is also very important to understand the effects on your mental health, your physical well-being, and also your relationships. The first apparent sign of depression can be noticed in the mentality of a person, as depression primarily influences a person's mentality. Depression is commonly misunderstood as sadness, but it's also a mental shift in empathy. It's a loss of feeling or compassion. Somebody dies and you feel nothing. Your cat's missing, but you never really loved the cat in the first place. These effects of loss of empathy and compassion can lead to susceptibility and other complications such as addiction and anxiety. The worst part is the alcohol and drug addiction, which also impacts your physical well-being. These physical implications can lead to things such as renowned headaches, back pains, and muscle aches, as claimed by WebMD, which is a renowned medical website. In my own personal experience, I've noticed a time when I completely stopped visiting the gym altogether as I lost hope in myself. At this point, I experienced an increase in weight. Overall, your well-being and your mental health is impacting of your most obvious sign of depression, which is a decay in your relationships. Dr. Saul Levine of Psychology Today quotes that humans have a profound need for connectivity. This lack of connectivity leads to your worst fears, such as not having someone next to you when you go to bed, or not even waking up to someone saying hi or how are you. In a website called howtobemoresocial.net, this might seem like a simple thing, but They quote, "Depression leads to lack of self-confidence and difficulty making new connections. Ultimately, mentality, physical well-being, and relationships fall victim to depression. Depression can only be cured when it is detected in the first place. For this purpose, it is imperative to recognize the signs of it in not only yourself, but other people." Thank you.